Hi everybody, I'm here to do the follow-up to yesterday's video about the things that were going on. It's a little bit sad, it's a little bit scary, it's a lot funny, but at the end of it I kind of feel embarrassed for the actions I took, although at the time and even now everybody finds them hilarious. As you remember in yesterday's video, there was a slight problem, not me personally, but the whole setting with a man named Doug who is a paranoid delusional personality. He, well, called me a fat boy, which I am, but also made a threat of violence towards one of the staff members. Well, after that all happened, we received supplies, I guess weekly from Walmart, and I was asked to help carry them. Well, I carried 3 of the 4 heaviest boxes, and we're talking one box had 2 40-pound bags of sugar in it and other stuff, so these boxes were more than fairly heavy. So somebody told me that there was a dolly, a hand truck, to carry these boxes instead of like picking them up and carrying. So at this time I sat down, pretended I was adjusting my shoes, but really what I was doing was catching my breath, and this Doug person appeared, and I casually asked him, "Is that everything out of the truck?" And he didn't answer. He just said, "If you're going to sit there, just go back to your room." Well, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I stood up and I said, "I'm tired of you telling me what to do. I put up with your passive aggressiveness for over 2 weeks now, and you are a complete nut job." And I guess he was so shocked that somebody actually told him something about himself. And then he said, "You don't want to go there." And I said, "Yes, Doug, I know. You're Army Special Forces, member of the JAG Corps, member of the Medical Corps." And I turned to him and I said, "I know what you are, Doug. You're a person who has a mental problem, who uses stolen valor to make himself seem more important." So I just walked away after that. I went back into the auditorium where I make my videos and do surveys to earn some extra money, and he decided to follow me there, and then I thought it was on. I stood up and I was in fighting mode, and I told him to get the hell away from me unless he's ready. And he goes, "Watch your mouth." And then I told him, "Get the fuck away from me." And then he walked away, and that was the end of it. I feel a little ashamed of myself for attacking him so venomously, because the whole time I'm trying to help him, to get him to move past his barriers, and then all at once I attack him. This must be very confusing for him, but also I'll take blame in that I let it build and build and build inside myself before expressing my dissatisfaction with the situation to him personally. I should have removed myself from him a long time ago, and if he still pursued it, should have addressed his passive aggressive degradation much earlier. I won't make this mistake again. However, everything's on the table. Now, we have some people in our mission that have some kind of psychological training, but they seem to miss the fact that a paranoid delusional skips 1.5 steps of the progression of a normal person before they resort to violence. And Doug is on that border right now. It was just grazed over yesterday, and they said he just behaves like he's a 6-year-old. But the thing is, you have to see this man. Okay. Firstly, he has burn marks all over his arms. He has scars all over his stomach. So it seems like there's been some kind of accidental things happen to him that he's been involved with. And I really don't trust the situation at all. However, this brings me to the dilemma I'm having. Now, I know you've heard me complain a lot about, since I've been on the street, about crazy people and manipulative people, and you're going to find that in this situation. The problem is, when I was human and had a normal life, I found these people, and I'm beginning to think maybe the problem's with me, and I have to examine myself before I decide my next step. And then it also brings me to the religious dilemma. Should I forgive Doug and set a barrier? Is his sickness his reason for these offensive, violent actions? I'll have to examine that also. But that being said, you know what happens when you put baby in the corner. And I can't allow myself to be in these situations again and again and again without maybe have to doing something preemptive. So I'd appreciate your comments if you have anything that relates to this. I'd sure like to hear it. The thing is, since I've come to this little town, Fairmont, when you see somebody that has a mental disorder and has scars, burn marks all over their arms, the first and only thing you think of is this man was cooking methamphetamines and it blew up on him. And, well, he does fit the description. The thing that makes me the most mad is nobody pays attention to what he does if he's doing favors for them. Like, there's certain people that he's washing the clothes for and doing a good portion of their job. And this person walks around saying, I appreciate you, Doug. I appreciate you. And then when Doug's not around, they make fun of him like everybody else. And he knows who I'm talking about, and I just don't know what to say. I mocked him yesterday by saying, I appreciate you, Doug, and when you played that banjo in the movie Deliverance, which is funny because if you've ever seen the movie Deliverance with Burt Reynolds at the beginning, that's what this man looks like. Exactly looks like the boy playing the banjo. Well, that's all I have for today. Please let me know what you think or any advice you can give me. I'll definitely read it. I appreciate you all.